Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitch McCoy. I'm the Director of Public Affairs and Information for the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. At about 8 o'clock tonight, District 2 officers got a call about multiple people that had been injured here on the Ted Drewes parking lot. When officers arrived on scene, they found several people that had been injured, that had been hit by a car. When we started evaluating everyone's injuries, one appeared to have a head injury, but all appear to have suffered non-life-threatening injuries. They all have been taken to the hospital. The youngest person to be injured tonight is 12. The oldest appears to be a man in his 70s. A very preliminary investigation revealed that a car was traveling westbound on Chippewa when it pulled into the Ted Drewes parking lot, hitting the people that were here tonight. As soon as the call went out and our officers arrived on scene, they started evaluating people, but also quickly realized that the driver had fled and took off. That initiated an all-points bulletin across the city, alerting officers across our area to what had happened and to a vehicle that was wanted in connection to this crime. We also started utilizing the Real-Time Crime Center to look at cameras for a possible direction of travel. While we were in the process of figuring out a specific license plate and the direction of travel, that 19-year-old driver has returned to the scene. Our detectives and officers are talking with that 19-year-old right now to figure out what happened and why he was traveling westbound on Chippewa and then pulled into the Ted Drewes parking lot tonight. Right now we are in the process of talking to him, so you can imagine that it's still very fluid and active, but we have that driver now being interviewed by detectives and officers. Again, injuries appear to be non-life-threatening. We are so thankful for that. Obviously, this is a joyful time, and families were out here tonight looking for Christmas trees and doing the holiday things that families should be doing. And then this terrible tragedy took place. So we are just in the process of interviewing him. We're going to interview the others that were involved tonight, our victims, and then we're going to be able to articulate what happened and then proceed from there. Any questions?
The person with the head injury, are they the critical injury that
that is the one critical that fire EMS is deemed as having critical injuries.
But still expected to be okay.
Expected to be okay.
Any damage to Ted Drewes in terms of the building here? Some people say it might have hit the building.
I don't have that. I know that when the car came in, there was like a makeshift structure that they had built because it obviously turns into a Christmas tree farm. That sustained damage. I don't know if the car actually hit the building though.
And then a final number, I know 12 is the youngest, then we have someone a little bit older. Any range in between of anybody else who got hit?
I just know that the ages right now range between 12 and somebody in their 70s, maybe even mid-70s. I don't have the specific ages on the others that were injured tonight.
Someone earlier said that there was a missing license plate from the vehicle. Can you confirm that? Was this vehicle stolen at all? Or?
I don't have that information. That'll be part of the process of figuring out what happened. The driver returned to the scene while we were all here. So it's very early. We're in the process of looking into that, but I don't have any information to suggest that that vehicle was stolen. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not.
What type of vehicle was it?
It was a white car. We'll just leave it at that right now, yeah.
Any ideas to why he came back? Was it because of the real-time centers, people posting about it, anything of that nature that you know?
We'll take a look at that. It's my understanding, after getting some very preliminary information, that he was a 19-year-old. He said that he got scared. Everybody, I guess people started banging on the windows. He didn't know what to do. He went home. He told family what had happened, and then they told him to come back to the scene.
Possible charges this person could face?
That'll be part of the investigation. And then once we figure out what's going on, the detectives will be able to figure that out while working with the circuit attorney's office.
When can we expect more information? I know it is so early on.
Well, I feel like you just got a lot of information now.
We did.
Just give us some time. We'll try and get an update sometime tomorrow, mid-morning. There will be no further updates tonight or for the morning shows.
There's been a lot of serious incidents here.
Yeah.
And Christmas trees are still up. A lot of people are expected to come by with the holidays. What's kind of message to people visiting?
I think that this is supposed to be a joyful time of year, and we want our community and visitors to feel safe in our community. I think that when you look at what appears to be this crash and the injuries, but we also have that person in custody, it shows that we hold people accountable. We were going to find this person whether they return to the scene or not, and we want people to feel safe. And so I think that as we look at what had happened, that this is rare to see a car like that jump and go into that parking lot like that. This has been an area, as you suggested, that has been problematic in the city, especially for pedestrians crossing. It's nighttime. There's not a lot of street lights. There's not a crosswalk, but that's something that the city has been working closely with the aldermen and the streets division, them trying to figure out how to make that area more safe, and that's something that's being developed right now.
Two more questions for you, Mitch. When it comes to, we heard people say there might have been another person in the car. Is it just the 19-year-old that we're saying right now?
I don't have any. That'll be part of the investigation. I don't have anything that right now I just know that the driver, has returned.
And then, as Kim said, the head injury is the critical person in the hospital. Any other people that we know of in the hospital?
I know that at least 4 people have been injured. The fire department just sent me a text saying that there may have been 2 additional. We're still going to have to evaluate and see where those injuries came from. But right now, the numbers I have is 4. Yeah.
Is this person being taken into custody, or is he just kind of being interviewed right now?
He's being interviewed right now. We'll evaluate and figure out what our next step is. He's being interviewed and at least detained for right now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.